I think the process just to get this high up on the chart with I Could Use a Love Song has just been, you know, having everything perfectly in line. I mean, a lot of it is just timing and patience, and I think having a great team promoting it week after week and staying on top of it. And it's one of the most honest songs I've ever released on the radio, so I think it means something. I love the song and the journey it's taken with the audience too. I play it in shows. I remember I released it in early April, end of March, and seeing like the crowd know the words, you know, week after week more and more. That's how you know it's really reacting, you know, on an emotional level. So it's been cool. The idea for I Could Use a Love Song came out of the room. I mean, it was just a conversation. Actually, it was at a bar. I tell this story because it wasn't really supposed to happen, but I just went to the right with my friends Laura Veltz and Jimmy Robbins, who I ended up writing the song with, and we were just all having a terrible day. And it was 11 o'clock, and Jimmy's studio happened to be across the street from Midtown, like Winners and Losers. And he was like, should we go to Losers and just have one drink? Because we're all having a really terrible start to the day. And I was like, sure. And so we did, and I was getting to the end of my record, recording, and they were like, do you need anything else for your album? Like, what are you missing? And I said, well, I'm going through a really terrible breakup, so my heart hurts, and there's no love songs on this album. And they're like, oh, well, Jimmy goes, but you could use a love song? And I said, yeah, maybe. And I didn't think anything of it. And then we started walking back to the studio, and I could use a love song. Like, that whole idea from the conversation just became a concept. And I started talking about, you know, what happens when you're this cynical through a breakup. You know, you want to roll your eyes at people that are happier than you and cheesy, and you think everything is sort of this put on. And how do you find your way back to thinking that love is still a real concept and is attainable? So that's kind of how the song came to be, and we wrote it super quickly. It was just flowing out, and we didn't change much about the actual album recording because the day that we wrote it, it was so pure, and you don't want to screw with that too much when it's that, like, raw.